shoot, I guess I better run bubble.
The AI Warmind.
There goes my
If I'm
whole
understanding you
spiel.
correctly, it's
A spiel.
distasteful. There are so few ballet fans left, Guardian. It'd be a shame to lose him.
All right, well let's get the ball rolling here.
We can't afford another omnibeam situation. Get in there, assess the threat, and aid Rasputin. A threat to the Warmind is a threat to the city as well.
All right,
Rasputin.
let's get this baby started. Oh, I should probably turn on my HUD.
Maybe.
Maybe that might help, or
Maybe.
do this strike with no HUD. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Waking Up with Soup and Sugar. It's actually episode 34. Today's December 13th, Tuesday. New reset. Waiting for the dawning. With me today, my two co-hosts, the Howling Thunder, DJ Gao. How you doing, buddy?
Howling Thunder. I'm good. A little shout out to a buddy of ours. His name's Howling Thunder.
Little Easter egg in there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the always sexy, always cheering people on. Yes, you do that. It's Sugar Tits. Hey, Sugar.
What's up, guys?
Always staying positive. Of course, I'm your host, the Soopkichen. Could you guys imagine if that was my name, the Soopkichen?
The Soup
The
Kitchen.
Soup
The
Kitchen.
Soopkichen,
Hi-
like the
or what
band.
about hi? My name is Soup Kitchen.
Bicho.
I knew my online name should have been Breadline.
Don't start racing without you. It's
Bicho.
impossible. You can't stop the pink mist. Yeah, so he went ahead and brought it up. It's Sparrow Racing today. That update's going to drop around noon. Shame, Gauzy wanted to wake up to it
Yeah, boo.
like Christmas morning.
Like Christmas morning, he wanted to wake
Yeah, I
up.
left my machine on rest mode all night. Wasted all that energy.
And all the
what?
little children, all the little guardians have presents when they wake up. No, JK, they're
Yeah.
like, wake up, do some work, then you
No.
get your presents.
Codes when
What are we thinking? Is this the division? What were we thinking?
Yeah, so unfortunately we're going to have to wait for the dawning update. It's going to hit around noon our time.
One my
10 o'clock
time.
budget
Yeah. Afternoon, though. Yeah, your homework. You can't do Nightfall. The Nightfall has been deactivated. You're going to get Honeydew if you try to Nightfall.
Honeydew. Honeydew what?
Honeydew what?
A gift?
So, yeah. So, you guys want to start it up? I don't have a HUD.
I'll start it. What hell?
So, we're getting presents every day. I like the way they phrased it.
Presents every day.
We're getting presents from the people that live in the last city.
It's like
So
Chanukah.
the city below us. We're getting
Presents every day.
presents from the people that we're helping and we're saving, which is pretty cool.
Hey.
And Sugar's dead. So yeah, so I like that they put that little bit of lore into it, a little bit of story. It's not just because the Festival of Lost doesn't really have a story. Are we in the towers the only ones that celebrate Festival of Lost? Are there people in the
Must
city wearing masks? It'd be pretty cool if the people in the city down below were wearing Saladin masks and shit.
Oh!
Because, I don't know, it just seems a little secluded if it's just for Guardians.
Right, that's a little.
It almost seems pompous, a little high and mighty, haha, only we can celebrate this.
Doesn't it?
Whatever, holiday, if you want to call it. But, so it's nice to know that the dawning, it's people giving back and the people that we're helping.
Yep, right there.
Woo!
make this a little easier on us.
Go, Gauzy. Vibe
Plus,
us.
I'm not that great at math. Not that great at math.
Bubble around our bodies would help.
That's true.
So,
Oh, I missed.
Who cares? You're alive. You're not.
No, I'm not.
wow, yeah, you did miss. So we're getting a gift every day.
did miss.
What do you guys think are coming in these gifts? I'm guessing probably just the pumpkin heads, but not pumpkin heads.
Yeah, like snowman heads, things that...
Right, because the ones we've seen in the trailer.
And also, we'll probably get something that changes our spawn into snow or something.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool if you, like, snow
Yeah,
in.
stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
No, like sparrows or weapons.
Shaders? New shaders?
No, there's new shaders.
Emos? I know there is, but I'm saying from the Christmas present.
From the Christmas present.
We're talking specifically about the present. Yes, there's new shaders, there's no emotes, but the shaders, will they be strike exclusive like they were for Festival of Lost? Because you had to pull them out of the chest for Festival of Lost, didn't you? Or did you get them to reward screen? For like the candlelight?
I think both.
Both.
Yep.
So they might keep it where it's the same, or they might add it to these presents. That'd be pretty cool if we got emotes and shaders from the presents. Think we're gonna get gear, kind of like the Radiant Treasures from past. Oh, damn! A little, yeah, no HUD is not doing it for me. A little, a gear with new chroma, maybe, at like 3. Like light level, shit.
Damn it.
Because I don't think it'd be cool if we got emotes. I don't think we're gonna get emotes though. Like just from opening up presents on Festivus, whatever they're calling this. Dawning, sorry.
The dog.
So at first I wasn't too excited about the scoring on strikes. But now I'm more excited. Because they're actually going to have bounties. Like, Zavala's going to have bounties for it. So I'm guessing it's going to be like, earn a certain medal or get so many points. And the Nightfall guys is going to have a scoreboard, a leaderboard. So I don't know if they're going to base it on time, like who finishes the Nightfall the fastest, or if they're going to base it on
points.
The points. It's true. I don't know if they're going to point up the Nightfall the way they do with the new strikes, or if it's based on how many times if your team goes through it without dying, or it's both timing and not dying, and hopefully this the leaderboard will put a little spark back into the Nightfall, because the Nightfall is pretty dull. On top of getting pretty crappy rewards sometimes, it's not mandatory for me. Is it mandatory for you guys to do every week?
No.
It used to be.
If I don't do the Nightfall, I don't fucking cry about it.
And this is getting a little ridiculous here.
I'm starting to think there's a burn.
You think so?
Yeah. Probably
the
Arc.
ship is what's getting me so
Probably
hard.
Arc. It's probably an Arc burn.
Like the last time I had cleared everyone, and the ship like got me from a bazillion miles away.
Alright, let's go. I'm switching to Arc, and let's see if that makes a difference.
So, I'm glad they're implementing something new into the Nightfall. The leaderboard is going to be really fun, depending on how they score it. If scoring isn't complete bullshit, then I think we're going to have a jolly good time seeing who's on top of the scoreboard. I also want to see, is it like a world scoreboard? Like, are we going to see, like, the best Nightfall done in, like, Japan? Or is it, like, specifically to, like, our region, our area, our network of players?
Right? Because it would be a lot if it was everybody. Potentially a lot of people, too.
So,
a lot of people to compete with.
How excited are you guys for leaderboards for the Nightfall? Is that going to pump some blood into the Nightfall for you guys?
Possibly.
Guys, like, I'm not too excited. I'm probably not going to end up anywhere near the top of that leaderboard.
Maybe. I mean, the way it all depends on which strike it is. If it's this one, nah.
Yeah, if they bettered the rewards a little more, maybe offered a little silver dust, or also a God, what are they? An ornament. If they did an ornament too, like, you got
we do have new ornaments coming.
We do, but they're gonna put an ornament kiosk. So now instead of spending your money, spending $50, $60 to try to get that one ornament for fucking Hawk Moon or the Supercell or whatever you're looking for, and leaving it to RNG and possibly not getting it.
You gotta pay for it now.
Now you can just flat out pay for it, which
who knows how we're gonna be able to pay for it.
Yeah, it's either silver or silver dust. Watch out for the ship, guys. It'd be cool if it was silver dust, just straight up silver dust. That would be awesome, because, you know, you're able to get it. You're able to break down ornaments that you already have for it. So I blew myself up. So it just kind of lends itself to bettering of the game. Instead of having to buy silver, you know, how much would you guys pay for an ornament? $5? Is $5 too much?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, $5 is too much.
How much are sparrows? Like from Tess Everest?
Ah, why can't I see?
Because the bomb blew up. We were 80%.
Funny.
Yeah, there is Arcburn. So, how much are sparrows? 500 silver? 250?
Green are 250?
No. Tess Everest, honey.
Oh.
I never even noticed.
Because you were looking at the gallery ring this morning and how you could buy it off Tess Everest. But you didn't take a look at the price.
No, I was just looking at just what sparrows I had, and then just looking at the kiosk.
I would imagine that if they did silver, just straight up silver for the ornaments, that they would probably price them. I think they would price them at $5. I think they would price them
$5 a pop.
because that's the price of a good emote, a legendary emote, right? It's $250 for the blue ones. I don't think they're gonna do 250 silver for an ornament. I think it would be 500 silver, which translates over to $5. So fucking ship. So
I know. Like literally that ship.
So I really hope they do. I hope they do silver dust. That's the first one. Because if they keep putting
hopefully
this,
then that's some of the 3 presents. Maybe get silver dust.
they need to find a way to start dropping silver dust. Just sprinkle it a little more, and maybe use it more. I got 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, goober. Just sprinkle it a little more into the game. That would be great. But if we're gonna put more stuff, I understand it's not gear. Like it's not right. It's not gear. It's not guns.
Oh my god.
It's cosmetic. So I can see how if they did make you pay, did not bite me. If they did make you pay, Gazi behind you.
I got him. I got him.
They could kind of justify it.
Bubble.
Sweet. They could kind of justify it because there's no like game advantage for having an ornament. Like you physically don't.
Right. It doesn't
Right.
do
You don't.
anything
It doesn't
other
make
than
you a
look.
better player. It doesn't give you anything, better stats on your gun or anything. So that would kind of justify them locking it behind a paywall and being like, you know what, it's just a cosmetic item, and we can charge for cosmetic items, So
Behind us, to our right.
So we'll see how they handle that. So I mean, as long as Zavala's bounties are solid, if they're like the Shaxx bounties where when you're done with them you get a chance at an exotic, then
right.
then this whole strike scoring thing is going to be cool, and it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be actually fun to do. But if they don't add a really good reward, watch out, to it, then I don't know if it's going to be worth it just to go in there every day and tell your buddies, look, I got a better score than you.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's fun for like a little bit between the 3 of you, but there just has to be a little more to it in order to make it last. Because look at look at the bounties that you get to do in the Plague Lands. Like, those are getting old now. Like,
they are.
Picking up your bounties to finish them, to get your medallion, to get your artifact.
And it's annoying that every time that you come to the temple, it like lights up. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, "Hey, take this bounty." And
new quest.
Like, you're like, "I don't need it. I don't need it."
And what is that going to do for the Archon's Forge, right? Mm-hmm. Once people don't start going to the Archon's Forge because they don't know to do it to get that bounty done, the Archon's Forge is going to be empty. You're going to have people like one-manning stuff. It's going to take a lot longer to get those bounties done.
Right? Because they're like right now, you can walk in there and there are the potential of
finding people.
So many people can be up there.
So, we'll see. But unfortunately, we need. The Dawning is going to keep us entertained for a while, but they're going to have something solid set up for after the Dawning, or February, March, April,
May, June, July.
Well, June would be E3, so I would imagine they would announce something for E3. But otherwise, for those 3 months, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a cold winter.
It's gonna be cold in here.
So, yeah, I mean, I have stuff to do. I'm not bummed out about it. Survival is going to come out on PS4 for the Division, and that's something I definitely want to try out.
I got that new Rogue One.
Yeah.
Expansion.
So,
but Rasputin might handle that poorly.
So Destiny, we'll see. We'll see what your live team is doing. Maybe a little Crimson doubles, but do you think they would make it like a whole thing instead of just the PvP matches?
If they want to keep people in here.
If they put a festival behind, because the Dawning wasn't the Dawning last year. The Dawning was just Sparrow Racing.
That's all that
Yeah, true.
So Crimson doubles could be more this year than just doubles.
And the tower looking a little pretty.
Yeah, maybe some hearts or shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
What are the candy hearts?
I wanna get matching hearts.
Yeah, candy hearts.
Do it. Couldn't run around looking sexy as fuck.
So we'll see, but I'm telling you, after the Dawning, it looks like a desert wasteland. So get all your water now, because it's going to be a long walk.
Wasteland. Jesus Christ!
Damn, yeah, arc damage. Man.
I know. You take one hit and you die, like literally one. Where normally I can like.
Sounds like high school.
See, I told you, one hit.
So let's move on here, away from the Destiny. Onto the Pokemon. Pokemon Go.
Pokemon!
Because they are... Woo, as of yesterday, December 12th, they have introduced new Pokemon.
Aww.
And they're also going to be running, I guess, a little bit of a holiday special. There's going to be Pikachus now that you can find with Santa hats on.
Santa hats.
Yeah, with the little Santa hats.
Oh, can I make him my friend and he can walk around with me? My buddy. He's gonna be my buddy.
That'd be a pretty cool buddy. So I'm definitely gonna go out there and catch me a Pikachu with a Santa hat on it.
I mean, yeah. When does this event start?
It started yesterday, December 12th, and you've got until December 29th to get your Pikachu.
I've got the whole rest of Christmas.
But they actually started. Wow. They've actually started. Well, all the enemies are cleared, so it's just.
No, they're not.
They're not? Oh yeah, they're gonna spawn.
No.
Give me a second. We're back.
They're coming, and they see me.
They see me. We've actually started getting new Pokemon. We're getting Gen 2 Pokemon, which is a little weird in continuity. But what are you gonna do? Oh my god. Because yes, it is Gen 2, but we're getting the babies. We're getting baby Pokemon. If you
The Togepi.
Yeah, if you hatch at Pokestops right now, you have a chance of getting the Gen 2 egg.
It's cold out, but I'm gonna stand.
You can hatch it. Oh, there's a servitor in this room now. You can hatch it, and there's a possibility of getting a Togepi or a Pichu instead of just a flat-out Pikachu. There's also been pictures of Igglybuff, Jigglypuff's baby form. So, Niantic said that this is the first wave of the Gen 2 Pokemon. So I'm excited for, like, Cyndaquil. Croconaut's going to be cool. And then for Alligator later. Munchlax. Oh, someone needs to hatch a Snorlax and see if they get a little Munchlax. So yeah, because I Gen 2 Pokemon December, that's pretty good timing. Like, it seems like every, 6 months? Less, 5 months? When Pokemon Go come out?
July? End of June? No, July. I feel like July 6th.
So yeah, so 5 months. 5 months and we're getting like a whole new batch of Pokemon.
Whole new batch of Pokemon.
So that's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I wonder what exclusives are going to be to wear now, as far as Gen 2 goes.
It's similar to what we use to power the city, but its drift velocity is...
So yeah, definitely go out there, guys, if you're playing Pokemon Go, and go catch your Pikachu with the Santa Claus hat, with the Santy hat. That's pretty much it for video game news. This was pretty...
Yeah, it was pretty
dry this weekend.
Dry this week.
I know Doom got a patch.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they got new maps. They got a new PvP mode. They added bots to some multiplayer. But I got Doom on Black Friday. I haven't opened it up yet. I have played it because I what the fuck?
I know.
Like,
they spawn like where you're standing.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
That's new.
I'll come across. Hang on.
I took it out for a spin, Redbox wise, and I had it for a couple days, and I played a couple levels of Doom, and it was really fucking fun. So on Black Friday when Walmart had it for $15, I was like, "Thank you." Should have gotten Last of Us 2 though. Fuck. Guys, Cinema Madness. Let's go over to our next segment and let's talk trailers, because we got War for the Planet of the Apes, and
we are at war.
We are officially at war, which I thought that was happening in the last movie, but I guess not. It wasn't official.
It wasn't official. Now it is official.
Yeah, it's official.
Damn.
So the trailer looks pretty cool. They're right. I just love the images of monkeys riding horses.
See, that's the one. Oh man, Jesse.
But so they're traveling, and they got this little girl. What do you think that little girl is? They got like a little girl with her. You know, Caesar is talking about how he didn't start the war; he offered them peace. But you know, humans.
You know those humans.
You know them humans.
I mean, come on now.
So, and then we see shots of like, there might have been like Navy SEALs trying to like sneak into the caves and kill Caesar.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool. And then it got more intense. I'm a little confused because after the last movie, Caesar got kind of kicked out of the kingdom, right, by Koba? Or did he kill Koba at the end of that movie?
No, he killed him in the end.
Oh, okay. So then we see some just flat out war scenes between the apes and the humans, which is pretty cool. Just like gun on gun battles, and And then we
Bow
see
and arrows, watching them shooting bows and arrows and stuff. That's kind of cool too.
Yeah, that is very cool. And then we also see monkeys and gorillas and apes, like working with the humans, right in the trailer to kill other monkeys and gorillas and apes. So that's gonna be pretty interesting, just to see like not only the apes working with the humans, you know, but what were they? Are they prisoners or are they like apes that side with the humans? Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm very excited. And then being that this is War for the Planet of the Apes, is the next one just going to be Planet of the Apes? And then we'll, like, start?
Motherfucker.
Because that would be pretty cool. After this one, we just go back into Planet of the Apes.
Right, right.
Just go into the Heston.
Yeah, because the original series of Planet, and then Beneath, but then Escape, which brought them back to the past, and then it was Conquest, and then it was Battle.
Right.
On the original.
Right. So, it'd be pretty cool if that's the way it goes, if that's the way we loop it all around, back to the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So...
But then will Mark Wahlberg be in that one?
No. Forget all about that. You don't mention that, gal. It's sealed away. We sank that to the bottom of the ocean. So yeah, so I'm definitely excited for the new Apes movie.
Yeah.
Gal, you excited?
Big time.
I'm an Apes guy. I'm an Apes guy.
I am too.
I go ape shit.
Love it.
Tell me what else.
You go bananas?
I go bananas. Yeah, especially for the originals. Those were really fun to watch.
Are you like me? Do you throw shit everywhere?
Yeah, Sugar gets mad. I'm not allowed to watch Planet of the Apes because of it. So guys, we also got the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man looks good. I know initially you weren't too excited about the Spider-Man guy. But after seeing this trailer, how do you feel about the Spider-Man now?
I like Spider-Man. Like I said, I like the humor. And I think, I don't know, it's going to be good. I mean, Marvel does good stuff, so I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah, we definitely got Motormouth Peter Parker back. And he's actually in high school. He's not like in college.
And he looks like he's in high school. We talked about this, like legit.
Not a grown man with an overcoat.
Exactly. Like I was looking at that little baby face, and I was like, "Look, there's no scruffle on that face. Like there's no like, oh, he shaves, and you can tell that he shaves. No, this is a little boy in high school, the way he should be, not a college student with like, yeah." Because I hate when they do that. I hate when they fucking put, like, 20-something-year-olds back in high school, and they're like, I'm 16. Fuck you. I didn't look like that when I was 16. I know what I looked like when I was 16. I know what the boys looked like when I was 16. What touched me?
Something sparky, probably.
It's an environmental hazard. Jesus Christ.
So yeah,
and his friend. And it's just... They did a good job with all the kids. Like, the little girl crush that he has, she looks young, too. Like, I was like, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. We're getting the Vulture. Michael Keaton as the Vulture. The Vulture looks pretty cool. That costume looks badass.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, run.
Also, for those really paying attention, we got to look at the Shocker. And he's another guy, another enemy, another one of Spider-Man's villains that's going to be in the movie. And if you take an even closer look at the trailer, you guys can even notice that the Tinkerer is in the movie.
It's true.
So there are 3 bad guys up in this motherfucker. The Tinkerer probably won't be like a prominent bad guy that Spider-Man goes to. He's probably just going to be a way to explain, the behind the scenes, how the bad guys get their tech, how do they get the sweet gear that they're wearing. And this guy's the guy that does it all for him. So what we're going to see is probably just Iron Man and Spider-Man taking on the Shocker and the Vulture. It looks fucking amazing.
It does.
They integrated Tony Stark pretty well, I think. And like Sugah was saying, they casted those kids pretty good. and they're throwing a lot of old school stuff into this one. For the comic book fans, once you start, because you really had to play the trailer a couple times and listen to hear names and who was who. But Peter Parker's friend there, that finds out that he's Spider-Man pretty early on, looks like in the movie. He actually in
Snipers.
In the comics, he becomes the Hobgoblin. So I don't know if that's something that they're going to ask the actor to do, if that's a role he's going to take. But they put it in there, which is cool. So we'll probably get hints at Gwen Stacy, and we'll get hints at Mary Jane. I don't think we'll see him flat out right away. I think they're gonna take their time with this one. Like Peter Parker, they're really gonna flesh out high school with the trilogy that they're doing with Tom Holland. So by the end of the 3 movies, he'll be graduating high school. So I'm excited to see them take their time with this and not rush it, because I think that's what I think the biggest downfall of the previous Spider-Man movies were, that they just rushed everything through. Peter Parker was in college, 3 villains at one time, just to get through them, connecting villains to story for no reason, because Sandman didn't kill Uncle Ben.
Sandman didn't kill Uncle Ben?
No. I killed Uncle Ben because I was hungry and there was a box of Uncle Ben's cereal rice.
Rice?
I fucking killed it. Uncle Ben's cereal would be nice though.
Uncle Ben's Rice Krispies.
Little marshmallow dead dudes like. Let's go get some Seva keys.
Man.
I'm excited for this. The humor looks good. The beginning where the dudes are robbing the bank in the Avengers masks, and he's like, "Hey, you guys aren't the Avengers."
Hulk gives it away.
Fucking Hulk's giving it away.
I was like, oh man, it makes me giggle. Well, it made me giggle like the animated series, like just listening, and even like the sound of that voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is. I was like, oh, there's this little kid behind cracking jokes. And then he was like, that was awesome. That was awesome. Like, he says shit that, like, my little nephew would say. Like, I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, so definitely gonna like the humor in this. Definitely, I think it's probably gonna be written well. From the trailer, it looks like it's well written. So I'm excited to see it. I know it's quite a ways away. Not till June of next year.
July.
So
7/17.
Summertime.
So we'll see. But high hopes for this one, guys.
I've got high hopes. I'm in a singing mood today.
I see.
Well, it does look good. I mean, I was watching the previews. I was actually smiling, and like, oh, that looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good scene in the bank, though, where he was like, "Oh, you guys aren't the Avengers."
Dude, guys, we're literally doing the same one we just did.
It's pretty good. I know. It's like I was like, oh.
I was like, oh, what? I said I don't like this one, so you're gonna force it on me now.
That's what they're
Everyone really
doing.
wants to see us do this all over again. Oh, and it's fucking taken.
So let's drop into our last segment here, for the day. The walking filler.
The walking filler. You mean the walking
Go zombie.
dead? You mean the
The Walking Dead, not the Walking Filler.
Well, okay. This is like Rahul all over again. Okay. It's like, guy's like, who's Rahul? I'm like, it's the Cryptarch. Guy's like, I
thought it was the Cryptarch.
I was like, Gal. Cryptarch is his job. Rahul is his name.
I did not know he came with a name.
Yeah.
So in this instance, Gal,
I thought he was
the Walking Filler is the name of the segment. The Walking Dead is the name of the show.
you're funny.
Yes.
You're so funny.
So much in this episode. It was an hour-and-a-half episode.
Oh my god, before the fucking credits,
feel...
it switched like 3 times. It was the most amazing thing in the world.
It's not, alright, calm down, Sugar. She's like, holy shit, this was an actual TV show.
It was an actual TV show. I was watching a TV show.
So let's recap this up. So, like Sugar said, just in the beginning, before the fucking credits even roll, we get shots of Negan shaving. At Rick's house,
and like they didn't spend like a bazillion years of him shaving.
Right, the whole opening sequence wasn't just him shaving, because we also got to see Daryl reread the note that was left to him,
which took like 2 seconds to read that note.
2 seconds. He didn't linger over it and shit, and he dipped right away. What else did we get to see? Oh, we got to see Andrew and Rick. They decided that they needed paddles and a boat to get across to that boat on the lake.
Because we couldn't swim across.
So we got to see all of that just real quick before the opening credits. Like, already, 3 groups of people. We understand where we're going with this episode. And then after that, after the credits roll, we come back to Negan. Negan's cooking dinner at Rick's house with Carl. You know, Carl begrudgingly accepting. Everyone around the town is just kind of catering to Negan. They're getting him his lemonade, and he's making biscuits and spaghetti and shit.
I've got access.
Rosita, she's got this genius plan. She's got 1 bullet and she's gonna fucking shoot Negan. She's talking about it to Gabriel. You know, Gabriel being a man of God, her probably wanting a little redemption or whatnot for Abraham's death, and we switch between that and Daryl breaking out. Daryl at first is coming down the corridors, the hallways. He gets to a point where he can't go any further, so he just kind of hides out in a room for a little bit. He has a whole fucking jar of peanut butter because he's had nothing but dog food for God knows how long. And he changes clothes, puts on a hat, and after he kind of hears things settle down, he decides to dip. He gets to the motorcycles, and this time around, though, Negan isn't the one who set him up, but there is someone there watching the motorcycles, and this dude sees Daryl and immediately, you know, just kind of starts pleading for his own life. But Daryl has seen the way Negan works, the way Negan's people work, the way they fear Negan, the way they kind of they really embrace the Negan way. We're gonna call it the Negan way.
Because we're all Negan.
Because we're all Negan. So he's like, you know, fuck it. You can't take any chances with these people. So he bashes the dude's skull in with a fucking pipe, and then Jesus, who was actually the one who left the note, I called it right last week. He apparently had a plan to release or to escape with Daryl that didn't involve bashing skulls in. But he was just kind of a little bit, I think, a little horrified by what he saw, and he got out of there. Also, we skip to Maggie. Like, we go over to Maggie in Hillside, and how she's been dealing with.
We didn't linger.
We didn't linger. We went right over to the hillside, and we saw how she's dealing with her pregnancy, and how she's dealing with living in the hillside.
And how she's
hilltop.
dealing with dude. That shit was hilarious. She's like, "Are you gonna eat that?"
Yeah, and how she's going around talking to the hilltop people, just really showing concern. And the hilltop people, in turn, show concern for her.
Exactly. They were like, dude, she's pregnant,
Dude,
and they
she's pregnant.
made
How are you gonna
him
fucking
give
eat that
the
apple in front of her?
Like,
give her the apple, dog.
And she ate that shit. She was like, this apple tastes so good.
Right, and then later she got an apple pie.
Oh my god, that she could smell. Like, I was like, damn, pregnant woman.
And, you know, the hilltop is just really embracing her. And Sasha. So Maggie's out there every day. She goes to the top of the post at the gate of the hilltop, and she's just kind of looking out there. People, Greg mostly, you know, why are you out there? What are you looking for? She just kind of, you know, says nothing. So she's out there every day. We don't really get to see, besides the fact that, you know, she talks about that she's been talking to people. We see her interactions with Gregory, and but besides that, there was no real action at the hilltop. We get to I think all the real action was Andrew and
Negan's people.
Rick. Well, Andrew and Rick.
Yeah.
Grabbing that boat and going out to the boat, grabbing the canoe and going out to the boat that was in the middle of the lake for supplies, because they had a paddle over there, and then the canoe had bullet holes, so they were sinking. They had to go over there quick. And then good old Andy boy, he fell into the water.
And he had to swim.
Which it was, you know, zombies. This is something I was telling Sugah too. I was like, the zombies are just floating there. Like, if you can swim, you could probably swim under and around them. Which is what he did. And he just kind of swam over to the boat, and Rick met him over there, and then boom. They picked up the supplies. They found a note that says it was a little bit of a game between the guy that was living out there and everyone was trying to get to him. He says, you won, but you still lost, with a big old middle finger. So they just kind of ignore it, and they pack everything up, and they take it with them. But they get there, and Negan's there. But before they get there, well, no, it's actually while they get there. While they get there, Negan's people, they unload Rick's truck, and they see the note. The you won, but fuck you with the big old middle finger.
And instead of just immediately being like, it was there, he I'm sorry, Aaron got his ass kicked.
Aaron, I've been calling him Andrew this whole time.
Aaron got his own ass kicked. He was like, nothing, like some Matthias shit. Instead of just being like, yo, it was a note that was there.
That shank's been modified.
I mean, come on now.
So yeah, so he's getting his ass kicked by Negan's people.
So hard.
And meanwhile, Spencer, he's dressed up all nice and he...
Hi.
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 Hi. Let me practice this a little more.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
He dresses up all nice, and he decides he's gonna introduce himself to Negan. He's gonna do the neighborly thing, bring a homecoming gift of sorts, and yeah, we're just gonna embrace the Negan way and talk to the man, and we're gonna try to one-up Rick. So he's out there, he's having a drink with Negan. Negan's telling him how fucking game of pool would really hit the spot. And then Spencer's like, you know that house across the street? It's got a pool table in the garage. Negan's like, but it's such a fucking nice day outside. It'd be such a shame to spend it cooped up in a fucking garage. So they ended up pulling the pool table out into the middle of the street, which is pretty cool, I think. And just playing pool out in the middle of the street, having drinks, having conversation, just really buddying it up. And that's when Spencer drops the proposition. You know, Rick, that fucker, he doesn't bend over and just take it. You know, he's gonna wanna give it back at some point. And when he does, he's gonna fuck you over hard. Negan's like, so what do you suppose we do about Rick? And Spencer's like, well, you know, if we got rid of Rick and I was in charge, you know, we could be buddies. You like me, obviously. I like you. You know, let's make a friendship baby.
Go on a date.
And Negan does one of the most hilarious things. I like Negan, guys. One of the most hilarious
Which
things.
he looks so great now that he like shaved
now,
and that. Oh
now
my
that
god!
he shaves, the facial expressions
Yes,
on
you
the
can
character.
see them.
Now you can officially see Negan.
Oh, that
in
face,
this,
that
like
smile.
before the writing and the words were doing it. Like Jeffrey Dean Morgan was performance. He was very good, but now that he is clean shaved and he's got the Negan look down. There is just he's my favorite character now.
Oh god, I love him. I love him. Like every time he smiles, I'm like, oh my god, I hate you so much. So great.
So great though. So he tells Spencer, you know, you've got no fucking guts asking me to kill Rick, and so you can get in charge. You should fucking kill Rick, and you should do it. You ain't got no fucking guts. And then he fucking takes his big ass knife and just slices into Spencer, and he's like, oh, would you look at that? I made a huge fucking mistake. They were inside you the whole time. Turns out you do have guts.
He's like, I was so wrong.
Because I've never been so wrong. And then he asks someone to clean it up, because of course everybody being the fucking nosy ass people, they should have stayed at home.
Right, they were
Negan's
all
outside playing pool with Spencer. I'm inside, fucking reading a magazine on the shitter behind closed doors.
They all got nosy as fuck. They got so nosy. They all came up and they were like, yo, what's going on?
Like it was a ping pong tournament or some shit, crowded around the table. So they were kind of asking for it. So
they were asking for someone to die. It could have just been Spencer. No one else.
It could have just been Spencer. That's true. So yeah, so they're all crowded around. And Negan's like, "Who's gonna clean this shit up?" Everyone's just kind of scared. No one's moving, and Negan starts doing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing. He starts pointing Lucille at people, and then after that, Rosita. She shuts it down.
She's like, I'm done with you.
She pulls out her fucking gat and she pulls the trigger. And Negan had Lucille in front of his face. So Lucille took the shot. And Negan survived and Rosita fucked up.
She did though.
So
I was like, girl. I was like, why? If Lucille is in the way, I mean, come on now. You gotta make sure, if you're gonna take the shot, you better make sure it's clear, especially if you only got one shot. I mean.
So one of Negan's gals takes down Rosita, puts a knife to her throat, and Negan notices that the bullet is homemade-o. And he's like, who made this pretty little sucker? And Rosita's like, I did. And he's like, you fucking lied to me, we're gonna have to cut up that pretty little face. You fucked up Lucille's smooth surface. It's not fair that you should have a smooth surface too. So he's like, I'm gonna ask you one more time before I have this bitch cut up your face.
Bitch, I'm gonna ask you one last time.
Who made this bullet? And Rosita, all badass, she's like, I did. And she just fucking pushes her face up against a knife, kind of cuts herself. And this probably gave Negan a boner. He's like, oh, you are badass. And he's like, all right, I'm not gonna get to you. Like, if I'm gonna get to you, I'm gonna have to start popping other people. So Negan just tells his homegirl, you know,
kill someone,
pop someone,
kill someone. And the girl's face was like, no. She
pulls out her gun and just over the shoulder, and then ends up killing, what's her face?
Olivia.
Yeah, ends up killing Olivia. So Olivia dies. Everyone's sad. Rick heard the shot after airing.
And he
I
ran
knew
as
Olivia
fast
was
as
gonna
he
get it too.
could. He ran.
After,
Rick ran as fast
yeah,
as
it's
he
true.
could.
So yeah, they hear the shots. Rick runs over as fast as he can with Aaron's beat up ass. You know, he's like, you know, we had a deal. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Just killing people.
Are you fucking just shooting people and shit? And then Negan's like, you should be thanking me. You fucking a thank you is in fucking order. And Rick, of course, he's like, you know, he's got that what the fuck for face on, and he's like, your fucking boy got on my truck and fucking machine gunned some dudes of mine. I brought him back unharmed.
And fed him dinner.
I even made him spaghetti. And then he goes, and then this piece of shit tried to get me to kill you so he could be in charge. So I took care of that for you. And then he's like, I forget what the name of his lady henchman is, but he's like, I asked her to kill someone, give you one less mouth to feed, and by the looks of it, it was a pretty big mouth.
I know. I was like, you so mean. I was like, damn, so mean.
So he's like, I wouldn't have killed her. She was nice, but fucking
can't trust her. Can't trust her. He was like, I basically can't trust this girl.
Well, she slapped me in the face.
Yep. So Rick's like, we'll take your shit. It's all at the gate, and I'll see you later. And Negan's like, all right. And Negan also, he's like, yeah, all right, but I'm gonna have to take more than just your shit. He's like, I'm gonna need to take your bullet maker too, because you obviously still have them.
You still have someone that can kill me.
Like, so he starts asking around, like, who did it? And what was her name? The doctor's girlfriend. The sensitive
I never
one.
remember her name.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. But basically, people come forward, and they're like, "It was me," even though it wasn't them. And then haircut.
Eugene.
Haircut. I like the way that's what they call him. Eugene. He ends up just breaking down and crying. He's like, "I did it."
It was me.
And then Negan, he's like, "You sure?"
Oh, and then he starts like going off about how to make the bullet.
The
He's like,
I
believe you, buddy.
All right, I believe you.
He's like, I know.
So he takes Eugene and he takes his shit and he leaves. Rick is just feeling salty like a motherfucker. Spencer came back to life, of course, as a zombie. And Rick had the pleasure of fucking
putting him down.
Kill him down. So he died twice. And Rick feeling bad, he goes and to, I don't know, a solace place, goes and hides in a dark hole almost. He goes over to the jail at Morganville. Speaking of Morgan, we had like a whole thing with Morgan in the Kingdom too. Holy shit!
And salty ass
we got to
Carol.
see the Kingdom. Yeah, and salty ass
She
Carol
is
like,
just.
I just want to be. I
mean.
just want to be like a lonely housewife of Kingdom Hill.
She's like, why are you here? Oh my god! Tonight,
I just want to fucking read my books
I'm
and
like,
fucking
then
eat
leave,
pomegranate.
Then leave,
And
salty bitch, leave.
Morgan's like, I just brought you some fruit and veggies.
He's like, I didn't want you to see me calm the fuck down.
And then she's like, well, fucking Ezekiel's been doing the same shit. I got so much fruit, I can fucking start some shit.
I was like, heaven forbid.
Oh my god, zombie apocalypse and you have so much food. So while Morgan is there, one of Ezekiel's dudes, he's like, I want to talk to both of you guys, and he kind of goes over, Negan and the deal they have and how it could go south at any point, and he thinks that the Kingdom should strike first, and he needs help from Morgan and Carol to convince Ezekiel that this is the right thing to do. Not only that, move forward, with the plan. So Morgan flat out, Carol says no right away.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
She was like, leave me alone.
I don't want to kill for people. I don't want to do.
Don't you understand? I don't want your life.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to be involved with what you do. I don't want to be responsible for who dies. Morgan takes a little bit of the same role, but his was a little more justified and a little less whiny. His thing was, you guys are at peace right now, and I don't want to be part of a reason that's possibly going to break that peace. Like, you guys are doing pretty good right now. You got a treaty going on. You guys are doing pretty solid. But this could be the start of what breaks the relationship. So he's like, I just don't want to be a part of it. So that's pretty much all we get from the kingdom side. We don't see Ezekiel, but it's enough during the episode that it's juicy.
Well, it also it shows that we are going to lead into all three of them tying together. You know what I mean? Potentially.
Right.
That's the hope.
And then
because they really set it up like, oh, you know, the hilltop is getting ready, the kingdom wants to get ready. Oh man.
So also Michonne, that she got in that car with that lady last episode, and she's kind of take me to Negan, and she kind of drove her out to like a little Negan outpost with all the people in the cars, and she's like, "Bitch, we are all Negan." And then I think
like,
that's...
Why don't you understand this shit?
I think that's when Michonne finally grasps that, you know, these are a lot of fucking people. And if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this the smart way. And we can't just do it the way we did with the governor and the way we've been doing it with other people, just fucking going up there, balls blazing, and coming out of it alive. So...
This requires tactics!
Yeah, so she kind of accepts it. She ends up killing the girl that she had a ride with. The girl asked her to, because she knew the Negan way. She's gonna get fucked anyway. So yeah, the Michonne, that kind of sank in for Michonne. It was an emotional story for her more than it was just action or story based. And then at the very end, Rick is, you know, he's feeling down about his day. Michonne comes back. She kind of explains that she sees ways now, and we're gonna have to take our time and really plan this out. And Rick is like, I agree. At first, I wasn't with you, and how we need to fight back, but we do need to fight back, and we need to start plotting against Negan. So the next morning, we come to Maggie. Again, checking the outpost. She wakes up every morning in the hilltop, and she goes to the outpost, and she starts looking out over the gate. And this time around, though, it turns out she's been waiting this whole time for Rick and the gang to finally arrive. And they do. And when they do, they're happy to see Maggie. Maggie's happy to see them. There's just a kind of sense of respect between Rosita and Sasha. And then when Rick rolls up, Maggie is happy to announce that, hey, we got Daryl with us. And Daryl comes out with Jesus. So everything just kind of wraps up nicely with a little bow tie at the end. And boom. We have one of the best episodes of The Walking Dead since the first episode of this season.
I think it was
Skeleton
better than
Key.
the first one. I think it was good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I would also argue that it was better than the first episode.
Yeah, it was the best one of this first half of the season.
So let's dive right into this one. Hour and a half. Let's dive right into this. Gao, what'd you like about this episode?
I liked the last half hour.
Last half hour?
I'm so done with Carol. I'm so done with her.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the whole thing at Alexandria with Negan and making spaghetti and gutting that dude. And honestly, what I really loved about this episode was the closing credits when they showed what was coming. And there was this thing wrapped in spiky armor coming after somebody. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
We didn't see that.
It looked like something out of the video game The Suffering. This thing was like a walking Iron Maiden. It looked so cool. And I'm like, what is that? That was my favorite part.
That was in a preview though. You said after the credits.
That's because
I know we don't see it, but I'm just saying it wasn't a preview.
Okay. It was after the
That.
credits. It's still a
It was,
preview for what's to come.
I know, but if I Google for previews on YouTube, it's not going to come up because it's an after credit scene.
No, so you're gonna
Whether
have
we
to
wanted
Google
it or not.
after credits.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
that-
stop calling it a preview. Thank you.
Who, me or her?
Me.
Her gal. I just, you tell her the sky's blue, and she's like,
Hey,
no,
go to
no,
the
no,
tower.
light
Stop
blue.
this. Stop
light
this.
blue.
Go to the tower.
I'm like, you know what? It's fucking blue.
It's light blue.
And light blue
That was
Sometimes
has
awesome.
the word
it's pink
blue
and
in
purple and orange.
And
it.
I'm agreeing with you too. I really like Negan.
Yeah. That shaved face.
It was nice to see Daryl pop out of nowhere. That was good. Good hug. Good
Hug
hug
it out.
scene. Go to the tower, please.
Yep.
Yep. That was good.
It was really good.
I'm done with Carol. She needs to get off somehow. I'm tired of her.
They need to kill Carol off.
She's just mean. I think that's like
Just
the
get
biggest
rid of
thing.
her.
She's just
She's
mean.
such
Just a
an
really big
ungrateful
pussy.
person.
Like,
Well,
so wimpy. Like,
her feels are real. That's what it comes down to. And it's just she's like, my feels are real, and I don't know how to deal with them. And I'm like, yo, like.
I just don't see.
We don't got time.
I just don't see because after what she's been through, I don't see how she could come to that conclusion. Like,
I don't either. I
Right?
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get the whole character of her now. I don't get it.
I know, and
I used to like her. I thought she was
Right.
a badass, but now she's just a bitch.
before the story arc made sense. She was an abused housewife who, lost everything and just kind of had to take over and finally become her own woman in order to survive.
She did.
Right.
She
And
finally
she
became
did.
her own person.
And this is her own woman now. She's the biggest bitch under the sun.
Exactly.
That's what she developed herself into.
And that it's like, so when women become
Stupid.
confident, independent women, they turn into bitches. Like,
That's not our fault.
no, obviously they're showing it's Carol's fault. It's all her own fucking fault. And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, it is.
No
I get it.
hope, Carol. No hope.
No hope,
I
man.
definitely agree
You went
with you
off
there.
the deep end into
did,
bitchdom.
though.
Whatever. I don't know.
Sugar, what'd you like about this episode?
There were a lot, actually. I feel like, I did not even notice that it was an hour and a half. It was funny because we had actually, initially, we were so tired on Sunday, we didn't even watch it Sunday. Like, we were literally,
we watched it
we were
yesterday.
so tired on Sunday, we completely forgot about it. Like, Soop got home from work, we ate food, and that was it. And so, Monday, we were like getting ready, and I really wanted to watch Marvel Superhero Adventures The Frostfight, which is this like really awesome Christmas special from Marvel, which I would highly recommend. It's on Netflix. It's sweet. It's so funny. But anyway, I wanted to finish watching that because we didn't get to finish it, and Soup's like, we got The Walking Dead. Of course, I was like, oh man. we were like, oh man. And then it turns out that hour and a half didn't even feel like an hour and a half. It literally felt like a 45-minute show. So I was so happy to see the storyline, the way, like I said at the very beginning with the credits, we got to see one scene, and then we got to see another scene, and then we got to see another scene, and then we got to see another scene, and then it was like, boom, 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 and I was like, damn, I'm so ready for this episode. Like, I'm so ready. So, I'm really happy. I think that my favorite part is that Negan finally shaved. Like, I think that is my favorite part, just because seeing the comic Negan, you really wanted to see that same character.
Because that part was great when he said what Carl did. He brought him back. He even made him spaghetti. I just thought that was so... Oh, but Rick, right now, your kitchen's a fucking mess. I just thought that was just so funny, man. That was great.
Yeah, I feel that this was the best episode for the Negan character. And it was great to really see it rock out. Specifically, like, my dead favorite part.
The Slayer of Oryx, then?
Probably when he killed Spencer. Because just
Yeah,
the
I was
lead up
happy.
of
I
that
was happy
scene.
about that too.
Well, I liked the scene. I really liked the setup of the scene. I was really happy with the shots, too. Like, all of a sudden, you know, we're just sitting on the porch, and then, boom, like, we've got the pool table in the middle of the street, and they did that kind of, like, up above scene as well, where we were looking down bird's eye at the table. You know, them just kind of walking around with the boot. Like, I very much liked that little scene, that interaction. So it was definitely good. And just every time Negan would smile and like take a sip of that booze, because he's like kind of almost got these like dimples. So I feel that they like, looking at comic book Negan, that jawline, like now that I can see his jaw, like it literally looks exactly the same. You know what I mean? Like it fits so well. The way he's got that little dimpled chin, like it just... The teeth even his, like, I was like, oh, man. So, I think that was just a really good overall scene. And just happy. I was just happy to see everything get connected. This was the first time, right, all season that we saw everyone together? Did we see everyone together last episode? Or two different scenes? I think we saw the Hilltop and Alexandria... last one.
Possibly, yes.
And then this one, we saw Negan at Alexandria. We saw Carol. We didn't see the King. I mean, we technically saw the Kingdom. We saw the Hilltop. We saw Daryl. So, yeah, we saw everybody. And so that was just nice. I wish it hadn't have taken a midway season finale to bring it. But
Right. But it was a good one.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Definitely was. Yeah, as far as my favorite part of this episode, Negan. Just Negan knocked it out of the ballpark. I'm telling you guys, just my favorite character. I think, I feel like a phoenix has risen out of the ashes. He killed my favorite character, and now he's not becoming my favorite character. Which kind of happened in the comics, too. When I was reading the comics, it kind of happened that way, too. But just Jeffrey Dean Morgan just does such a fantastic job. Just tremendously outstanding job of portraying Negan.
Yeah, he really does.
So
I agree.
So, just hands down, every time I hear Negan speak, I'm like, thank you. So, I really, really... really like it. That's always my favorite part of an episode, of a Walking Dead episode, is, God damn it, Negan did some good shit today. Or Negan did some terrible shit today, but man, it was fucking fun to watch.
Can you believe Negan did that shit today?
I believe it. I believe it. Things I hated about this episode. I think they took Eugene too early. Because here's a comparison to the comics. Yes, Spencer does try to talk to Negan. In the comics, they're actually having a stroll down Alexandria. They're not playing pool. They're just talking and walking about. And yeah, Negan flat out, tells him he's got no fucking guts, cuts him up, and he's like, oh, fucked up, there they are. So we're sitting here watching the episode, and I'm like, eh. And then I'm like, and then Sugar's like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. And so yeah, I in the comics, Spencer gets his guts ripped out, and I was really hoping it would happen here. So that was awesome. Again, the episode that I like is one that's formatted straight out of the comics. Like, they use the comics as a fucking...
as a base?
No, as a... what do you call it when you draw something out before, in order to show the director?
A preliminary?
Storyboard. It's like they're using the comic book as a storyboard to show the actors, all right, this is the scene, and the scene after this, and this is the scene that we're doing. Like, perfect. Like, I can't tell you... The way the episode would compare to, like, the comics, it would be 80%. 20% of that was bullshit and made up for the story, but you didn't mind it because it made sense and it fit in well with everything else.
It filled the character.
So Eugene produces in the comics bullets for Rick, and that's kind of what gives him the advantage over Negan in the comics during the war, during All Out War, which is what's coming. So the fact that Negan has more men, but Rick has a production of bullets, where Negan is running low. They could possibly switch it around, and here's the only reason I think, even though they did take Eugene, I don't think it's going to hinder the story plot too much, or reshape it in any form, because there's only one place that he can make bullets, right? Mm-hmm. There's only one place where Eugene can manufacture bullets, and it's closer to Alexandria than it is to the compound. So Negan's not going to move everything to the compound, can't move everything to the compound, just so he can make bullets closer to home. So he's going to put a Eugene there, and he's going to put some men there to like kind of watch over Eugene and have Eugene make bullets. So either Rick is going to gain control of the bullet factory, we'll call it the bullet factory.
Yeah, he's slowly going to creep ground. They're going to, have little tactical areas. This is going to be my turf. This is going to be your turf. We got to push it.
Because they're going to have to be smart about this. Because Negan has out. That's why he has so many people, but they're all spread out over so many places and outposts.
Which is what they didn't realize.
So I think that Rick has a chance of getting Eugene back, and the plot moving forward It'll thicken. Yeah.
We'll get to see Michonne be pirate people, because they're going to need all the manpower, woman power they can get.
Definitely not till after.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that at all.
They don't want anything to do with it.
So I wonder if they'll write that in, because I wonder if they'll actually show Michonne as a pirate out in the sea, or if they'll just show her going away and then we won't see that actress for a while. Because she is she was cast in the Black Panther movie. So I wonder if they do, Michonne becomes a pirate and she goes away and then we don't see her for a while, and during this time she's doing her filming for the Black Panther movie. And then
comes back with a pig leg and a parrot on her shoulder.
Right.
Her parrot has dreads too.
Puts down the sword, picks up a parrot with dreads. Damn.
The parrot's got a pig leg too.
Like it. So yeah. Everything else is going pretty good. I think the only other gripe I do have is that the groups haven't come together yet.
It'll happen.
I
still want to know what that one thing was that I saw.
Right, because we did, even though we didn't see the after credits, we did catch a glimpse of the dude in the woods, because we kind of saw his shoe.
Whoever that is.
Yeah, I think that was the same dude. I think that was the Iron Maiden dude.
No.
Really?
No.
Different
dudes?
dudes?
Wasn't, because this Iron Maiden dude was definitely a weapon of some kind. Because it was a zombie.
Damn.
And it was all decked out like an Iron Maiden. I mean, it had armor all over it. And it just turned around and just started walking. I mean, if it is the dude, I don't know, because they made zombie sounds when it was coming. So I don't know what that was. It looked like something right out of The Suffering, that video game, The Suffering. Remember that? It was just... We were all like, what the hell was that? We even rewound it because I DVR'd it. And we even rewound it. And I'm like, what is that? I don't know. It was pretty wicked. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So it's looking good. Season opener for Walking Dead. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Like what's going where
Yeah,
we're gonna pick up?
Yeah, where we're gonna pick up come February.
Oh. I mean, it would be nice if instead of right away bouncing to the hilltop and Maggie and Rick, they went over to the kingdom and kind of showed, because you would assume that the guy who talked to Carol and to Morgan, you would assume that he would potentially, try to do something. I would like to see his reaction and how that transcends before, only just because it's something that I'm interested in. Not that I don't want to see Alexandria and the hilltop, but it would be nice to it would be nice if they set it up the same way that they set up this one, where we see a couple different things. Because in my mind, I'm a little afraid that it's just going to be one story. Like, all we're going to see for this, opening part 2 mid-season is Alexandria and the hilltop. So, hopefully they won't do just that.
Yeah,
And hopefully they're not going to put Michonne out to sea, and then she runs into the people from Fear the Walking Dead and joins that group.
Oh, does that group go out to sea too?
Yeah, because they started on the West Coast. They're in California, and they were trying to get to San Diego, and they were taking boats and stuff, and then they learned San Diego was completely torched by the military, so they ended up going to Mexico.
Damn,
So,
and then they're gonna end up in and The Walking Dead is gonna meet Fear the Walking Dead.
The Fear the Walking Dead, they're all gonna have quesadillas and nachos and talk about The Walking Dead and all that good shit.
All that good shit?
I'm not into this Michonne being a pirate thing at all.
Dude, you don't even know. Watch,
Totally
she's gonna
blow my image of her.
Watch, she's gonna end up being your favorite character of all time. You're gonna be
I
like, she's the
doubt it.
best pirate ever.
This is Jack Sparrow.
Mrs.
So yeah, guys. I mean, we got a whole month and a half. We got We got a whole 2 months. Let's just put it that way.
It comes until February, right?
February.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that thing again too. I'm gonna go back to the DVR and look at that thing again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch.
Exactly what it was.
I'm looking online. I'm trying to see images or video of that. And,
Well, I mean, if we don't see it, we're gonna see it in February, whatever that thing is. And I'm thinking maybe it's the guy that we saw with the boots in the woods. Maybe it's something that he created.
we'll see. That's the whole.
Map set up, and the whole water thing, and bullet holes in the boat, and I just think that he seems like the type of person that would have something like this, like Michonne, how she used to have 2 on a leash. I think this guy figured out, well, if I can take this guy and armor him up, I can protect my stuff. So, we will see. And how do we know it's not even somebody that we've seen before, and he kind of faded away, and now he's back? Is there any characters missing from all these seasons?
Was there a head on a pike somewhere?
A head on a pike? Well,
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
are
like
at
on a
Negan's camps. Maybe that guy had him around his thing too, on the outside of it or whatever. But this thing, it looked like it was standing like by some vehicles, like maybe a bus or a truck or something. It was standing there. It kind of had a yellowishy, metally, brown background to it, so you could kindly barely see it until it turned and started walking towards them. And we were all like, what the hell was that thing? And we rewound it, and then we heard the whatever sound it was making, and we were like, holy crap, what is that thing? Because it's like it had a helmet on, almost like a teardrop shaped helmet that went down over the shoulders, and then there was a square cut out for the eyes, and then it just had spikes all over it.
Spikes all over. I have to see this scene.
So if you DVR'd or recorded The Walking Dead, did you get the credits?
No,
Did you?
we watch
We
it.
don't
We
record
watch it. We watch it online.
We watch it online, so it cuts
okay.
immediately after the episode
Oh,
is
okay.
over.
Okay.
I'll watch it. We've got time. We've got a month and a half to speculate. From what I've read, I
Unless you get here before it comes on, then I got it on DVR and you can see what it is.
It's true. We'll be watching episodes of The Walking Dead together.
Oh man.
Yeah. Get ready to
snap.
Get ready to pause
And
a mid-show.
you are not getting anywhere near that controller. That controller is going to be put away. We are not going to pause it and discuss our feelings.
So we've got a month and a half to speculate what's going on here, what's going to be going on. The spikes. I don't know what's going on with the spikes. I have to take a look at this end credit scene. From what I'm seeing online, it could be hints to something else. And if it is, they're moving too fast. First they're moving too slow, then they're moving too fast. It's like they can't get the tempo of it right.
I really think it's connected to the dude in the woods. I really do. Because we haven't seen anything like that from Negan or from Hilltop. We haven't, unless Oceanside's got a little surprise for us. I doubt it. So, I mean, I really think it's from that dude that was in the woods. I think it's his creation, and I think there's more than one.
We'll see. It'd be cool if they threw something in there that I didn't know about or wasn't expecting. And if they're not just speeding up timelines.
I am going to have to go start a car here.
Well, we're actually going to leave. We're going to sign off. That's it. We've got nothing else to talk about, so let's do plugs. DJ, where can people find you?
On Facebook, Dave Jersey, Plattsburgh, New York, and in Ion Indie Magazine, Chaos's Corner. It's been a while since I submitted something because I used to submit like a lot, so I've kind of given it a break because there's other writers that are doing it and let them get in there.
Right.
So, but I will be submitting some stuff soon.
Cool. Maybe a little
so
Santa
that's
jingle.
where you can find me.
Awesome. Sugar, people find you.
Adela Red. Check it out. Google it up. Do whatever else, that people do online when they, check it out. There's videos, too.
When they go surfing.
Ooh. There you guys go. Get your restraining order right here. Find her at Adela Red. Stalk her at Adela Red. Google Adela Red. Guys, I'm Soopkichen. You guys can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. Soopkichen, SOOPKICHEN. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, however it is that you're tuning in, whether it's live here on Twitch this morning or later on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. And we'll see you next week. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but probably the Dawning. But we'll catch you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.